Hello, how's it, guys? Jock, just two quick questions. The first one is Trevor struggled a bit in the scrums in the games that he's played. Are you worried about that? And the second one is it looks like the Lions on attack, they stagger a few players behind each other. It's first receive it, then play out at the back, probably to counter the rush. How are you planning to counter something like that?
Okay, on the Trevor one, I'm sure Dawn would have sorted that out. So yeah, no, very comfortable with Trevor at tight end. Like I say, he's got a specific role that he has to fulfill, and he knows what that is, and very comfortable with him there. In terms of the attack, like I said, they've got that's why if you look at their squad, and if you look at the squad they selected, and they are the best of the best of four of the four top nations in the world combined together. So obviously the skill set that they possess is multiple. If the fly-off struggles, they might let's say he might be the number one fly-off in Wales. If he struggles, they just take the number one fly-off of England. If he struggles, they just take the number one fly-off of Scotland. So that is the big challenge of the British and Irish Lion Tour. And Gregor is a very creative, out of the box attacking coach. So yes, there will be. They've got multiple options: inside, outside, out of the back. Can go over you, like I said, with a attacking kicking game. They can go around you with multiple passing game, and they can come through you if they go and decide to go with big, strong. Can I say more direct center pairing? So yeah, and even if you look at Duan, I mean, they can bring him in inside, outside, creative tens. He's a big boy, carries hard, can penetrate you. So yeah, they've got multiple options.
Thank you, Jacques. And we're going to take one or two more questions, and then we will move on. And Ken Boland, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Round. Thanks very much. Afternoon, Jacques. I think a lot of people, just based on the three warm-up games, were maybe expecting Kobus Reinach to be back up to Faf on the bench. Could you just talk us through what went into selection there, please?
No, listen, Kobus was phenomenal for us in the games that he played, and I think we are very fortunate in South Africa to have a quality three scrum halves like we have currently. I mean, yes, you can put him. He can start in Saturday's test, and there won't be an eyebrow that would be raised. That's the quality of Kobus, and as the same for the other two players. I think if you start the test match with Herschel, people won't raise an eyebrow, and if you start it with Faf. So I think we're fortunate in that sense, and unfortunately for Kobus, we went with this pairing. But I mean, they also know. Listen, if they don't, and probably if you think about it, Ken, it's probably consistency, selection and building on that. But it doesn't. I mean, he's banging on the door very hard, and kicking his way through. And I think that's nice for us in the squad that we have currently, this massive pressure coming from all over. So the big challenge, yes, Saturday is going to be a massive challenge, but the biggest challenge is to get name in the starting 23 or the playing 23. That's the first battle we have to win in this squad that we have currently. So, and that's always a nice thing to have.
Thank you, Jacques. And we move on swiftly to Asfaq Mohammed. Good afternoon, Asfaq.
Thanks, Rayan, and hi, Jacques. Selection of Oxenche. I think some may regard it as a surprise, but he's really come along well since he's been back in the box setup. Just your thinking there with Kitshoff on the bench, and do you think you can still get that bomb squad effect despite only having 5 forwards?
Yeah, yes, definitely. And like I said, I think Ashfaq, we see our front rows. I mean, as almost, if I can say, as a pairing, as a unit. Ox has got specific things that he has to achieve starting the game for us. And then obviously Kitsi coming off the bench has some different attributes and a different skill set that he brings to the game that he has to bring into the mix in the second half. And I mean, we could have just gone with Kitsi starting and Ox off the bench. Oxy brings nice line speed, good dynamism. He's a loose head that can chase with loose forwards in the chase line in a kicking game, you know. So it's just, and it's not unfortunate. It's just we see it like that. The players understand it like that. So there's a specific role that we think Ox, or not think, that we want Ox to achieve for us. The same with Trevor. And then obviously we would look to bring on Kitsi and to bring on Frans Malherbe in the second half. And they've got a specific role and a specific skill set that they have to bring to the party. So we are fortunate that we have quality props and a quality front row. I mean, you can say the same between Bongi and Malcolm, you know. So we have a quality right throughout the board, and those two specific front rows. You can just swap them around, and nobody would. The same thing as what I said with the nines. Nobody would even raise an eyebrow. But that's the way. That's the best. Obviously, we think that the best way it will serve the Springboks and serve us in getting a result. And that's the way we went. You can swap them around, but there won't be any weaknesses doing it the other way around.